First, we want to congratulate Chelsea of all fucking people. Who could have saw this?
We're not congratulating Chelsea. We're not congratulating anybody.
We're going to acknowledge Chelsea.
Yeah, we're going to acknowledge that they won and never talk about it again.
We're going to acknowledge that possibly the most hated team in the world won the Club World Cup.
It was either them or the other most hated club in the world. So
yeah. If you're anti-oil money, then I guess you got to congratulate them. But
if you're anti-oil money, this might not be the sport for you.
That's a fact.
This might literally be the oil money cup. So as far as I'm concerned,
fair enough. So
I'm just happy it wasn't Madrid.
True. Like I said, I just want to acknowledge. The final was played. It was a complete ass whooping from early.
There's something off about this photo.
Yeah, we're not all here vibes. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like where's Waldo, and then you remove Waldo.
Where's Wanker?
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, it was a hell of a show. The halftime show was not great. Hopefully, they figure that out by next year when they actually host the big boy, and we figure that out. But before we get into my other topic, guys, what are your thoughts on the tournament and the final? And go ahead.
I think this is great. I know a lot of people have complaints about it. It's a cash grab, but I've said this before. Every tournament's a cash grab, right? Every competition's a cash grab. There's nothing that is not a cash grab. It's just a matter of how much cash they're trying to grab and who's getting the cash and where it's going. Could it have been done a little bit better? Absolutely. Especially, with leagues like MLS where, guys weren't getting paid what they should have been paid and everything else. Did it have faults? Absolutely. I absolutely think there are things that could have been done better as far as scheduling and timing. There's no reason you should be playing at 2 p.m. when it's 97 degrees out. This was definitely more geared towards the European television audience than it was the boots on the ground ticket sales. And I think that reflected in ticket sales, although the average attendance, I think, across the tournament was something like 35,000 for every game. That being said, they could have moved some of these to some smaller soccer-specific stadiums as opposed to, these big NFL stadiums. Things could have been done better, but all in all, it was fun, right? It was fun to watch Brazilian teams kicking ass and really coming to play was exciting. Even just watching as much as I'm tired of the Messi effect in MLS, watching a Miami team go up against PSG, it's fun, right? Watching Seattle go up against some of the top teams in the world, it's fun to see, right? It's fun to play those hypothetical games and watch it come to fruition in real time, right? And I do love the idea of a real global competition.
Yeah, I think that the first thing to be said is FIFA is a cash grab. Is really what I'd go. If you want to change that, you got to change FIFA, and that would take a lot more work than what we're going to be able to do on this podcast. But I thought the tournament was a lot of fun. I think I'd say it was successful. Definitely some flaws built into it, like you pointed out yourself already. But I thought it was a lot of fun. I think, as I said before, I was a fan of the Club World Cup before it turned into this version of the Club World Cup. So for me, it was just growth of a thing I was already kind of enjoying. So.
Well, I'm going to be Mr. Contrarian. This shit was a shit show, but it was required because we need to make improvements. All the things I thought were going to be an issue.
Shit show's a little harsh.
Shed show, empty seats, dynamic pricing, having to basically give the tickets away last minute. Like, no, this ticket is worth $100 24 hours before the game. This ticket's worth $8. No, then what the fuck were we doing? Just anyway. So it was required.
It pays to wait.
That's depend on the thing. Not the Miami games; those were the fuck out of here. But I will say the one positive I will take from it is it gave us insight into all the shit we need to change, and they've already announced one change is that they're gonna do late games and try to put as many games as into enclosed stadiums. So the statement was a little confusing because I don't know if that means he's going to move all the games.
There's no way they're going to tell MetLife we're pulling a game out of here after all the money you spent to do all this shit. There's no way they're pulling games out of. I think Charlotte's getting games, right? There's no reason. Yeah. There's no way they're pulling.
That's pretty lofty.
That's a hand wave. That sounds like a big hand wave. Yeah. We'll move it inside. Sure.
Yeah, and then they had a meeting and they did not invite the FIFA PR Pro or whatever that is, which is the union of all the soccer players all around the world.
Yeah,
because the heat was definitely a factor everywhere. So,
welcome to American football culture.
Yeah, that's true. But here's the thing: I'm told we can't have a fall spring schedule because it gets too cold. But apparently it gets too hot in the summer. So what the fuck are we doing? It's always an excuse. This is what I mean. If we're gonna do the
Move
fall
everything
spring,
indoors, everywhere, covered
Yeah.
stadiums only, indoor facilities only.
I mean, they're trying. The NFL is. I don't think people realize that that's a play, right? They're literally trying to bully all these people into building them new stadiums so they can put roofs on them.
Listen,
While
I
you're
don't
talking,
care where they play as long as it's on grass and not dog shit MetLife turf, which I'm thankful we didn't have to see that.
Yes.
look, while you're talking about things that FIFA's decided to change in the middle of this tournament, I'd like to point out that they've also decided to drop the human rights aspect of the next World Cup, and fuck them for that. Anyway, we can keep moving.
I mean, are we really expecting human rights from an organization that put
I mean,
a
if we're-
World Cup in
A
Qatar?
year in advance, yes.
I mean, to be honest, they dropped it for this one because they were going to drop it for the next one, so they wanted to say it wasn't a precedent.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's neither here nor there, gentlemen.
Fuck FIFA.
Anyways, it was it was basically what I thought it was going to be. A lot of facilities. Now, some of it were caused by issues not controlled by the venues, right? Who knew ice or neat raids were going to be an issue 12 months ago or whatever. So hopefully they use it as an example and
Yeah.
change a few things. But lastly, before we wrap up, maybe I was wrong here. So, or maybe I was right. They sold 2.5 million tickets, which represents 62%. I'll round up for you guys. 62% of available seats is what they sold. And I'm supposed to believe this is a successful tournament. What if I tell you next year in the World Cup they only sold 60% of the tickets? Would you consider
I mean,
that?
do you think?
I think the standards are 100% different for the World Cup.
Fair enough.
I pose a question. I'm going to pose a question based on the additional teams that are in the World Cup upcoming, right? The expanded field. Do we really think that we are going to be able to fill a stadium, fill a United States football NFL stadium for, say, Tunisia versus I don't know, Australia?
Depends on where you put it. The Aussies got a fan base.
You might be able to
And-
do more than you
and-
think, but yeah, I do
and-
think that's going to come up.
They're also a Caucasian country, so they won't have problems getting
Fair
visas.
enough.
But that's besides the point.
I think that 62%, if I'm following, if I'm watching Dallas Trinity and they're putting 62% of their stadium every game, I consider that a successful season, if I want to look at it that way. My problem with
that's
these
different.
numbers, though,
Yeah.
is I bet they include the giveaway tickets.
Oh, so
I mean,
you're saying they sold less and they're
I mean,
including the free
it's
tickets.
definitely.
I'm assuming.
I mean, it's more than likely it's tickets sold and not asses and seats, but it's which is also another difference, right? Because there might be
Sure.
more tickets sold than there were actual asses and seats, and that's pretty. That's a MLS does that too, right? There's
just no way these numbers are actually totally transparent.
I mean, FC Dallas has reported 11,004 for every match so far this
Right.
year, and I've been
Which
to
is
these
just their-
games, right? I've
That's
been
their
to these games
capacity. They're saying they sold their capacity every game.
Yeah.
every game.
But
So,
that includes corporate groups that they gave tickets to. That includes academy players that just got free tickets and stuff. Like, I don't know. I wish I could find out how many of these tickets were free.
Honestly, though, it's
Yeah.
not my job to fucking worry about attendance, right? Let the guys whose job this is to do that, let them worry about it. I just want to go watch. I want to go watch soccer, right? I want to go watch fun games. I want to watch games on TV. I want to watch games at 11 o'clock in the morning. Women's Euro has been a lot of fun.
sure.
Women's Copa America started this week as well. I want to watch games, right? I want to put games on. I want to have shit on all day long. And the summer of soccer has been, in my opinion, has been a lot of fun so far. And there's a little bit left to go.
Well, and you know what? Let's separate fun from successful, because I think I'm conflating that a little bit. I had a lot of fun at the tournament.
As a fan, it's fun. Success, whether it makes money or not, it's not my fucking problem.
Well, it is if you want it to continue year over year, but that's besides the point. I will say one of the major flaws with the Club World Cup, and maybe actually hurt the attendance more than anything, is that a lot of people had to pick between a Gold Cup ticket and a Club World Cup ticket. It's like, I don't have that much money to go to both of these.
Well, they
Yeah, you
weren't
gotta
in
be kidding
overlapping
me with that,
markets.
yeah.
It's not like they were in overlapping markets. So
No, but think about it. I might be a Barcelona fan or I might be a PSG fan, but I'm also a Mexico fan. Am I going to fly to go see a Mexico game, or am I going to fly to go see a PSG game?
Well, you're probably going to go see a PSG game because you could see Mexico play in the States as often as you
every
like.
time. That's all right. Let me pick.
There's a bad example.
Yeah. Let me pick a different team. But you know what I mean.
To your point, yeah, that's definitely something to think about. Like, I might fly to see a European team I've never seen, like in an actual competitive game versus our summer friendlies that they do. Like, might.
Understood. But so
if it's overlapping with my national team, I definitely am going to struggle.
And I think that was my point, is that maybe there were some decisions that had to be made financially. If you're not paying attention, guys, inflation, cost of living, some people have to make decisions on what they spend tickets on. But that is my brief wraparound show around the grounds. It's been a hell of a summer.